I actually decided to have children before Ben did, and so I didn't tell Ben. I just went off birth control and decided I was going to surprise him one day. And so that about 2 years that I wasn't using anything and was just going to have a child someday. I think like after the second year when all my other friends had babies and I had started trying the same time as they did, and that's what I guess when I decided to tell Ben, you know, that I had been trying and that there may be a problem. It was almost a crippling desire where I was so obsessed about having a child that if I would just see a pregnant woman walking down the street, I would just start crying. You know, my sister has children. It got to the point where sometimes I didn't even want to be around her or her children because, you know, how is that fair that she has children and I don't?
Jenny, you know, told her story. She was, you know, we're struggling with infertility and she was hoping for a miracle. And pastors laid hands on her and everybody held hands and, you know, laid hands on her and prayed. And I remember just thinking, this will be a miracle if this works.
After Miracle and Healing Night, I felt a peace. I definitely felt that there was an answer, and that the next day I didn't know what that answer was, but I knew that God had done something that night. And when I finally realized that He was saying, no, there's something else that I want from you, I was angry at God again, but then I realized that, you know, I had gone there for an answer, and this was His answer. You know, if God says no to you during Miracle and Healing Night, then, you know, maybe you need to search your heart and really talk to God and figure out, you know, why He said no and where you need to go from there to get your miracle. Because I do feel like we're getting a miracle, even though it's not the miracle we wanted. We both, I think, feel that we are getting a miracle and we're being healed emotionally through this whole infertility process.
And coming back to church and getting reacquainted with God and sort of restarting that relationship and talking about it for ourselves over the last couple of years has sort of led us to a path of, okay, well, let's look and see what is God's plan for us. Just because He said no to this doesn't mean it's no to children altogether. Right now our future is headed, we're really looking seriously at the adoption process. We're enjoying that, learning about it. It's like a whole new set of, you know, lingo and terms and excitement, and we're kind of looking at that and enjoying that process for as far as children. If you're desperate for a miracle and you're thinking about coming to a Miracle and Healing Night, go. Just understand that the answer you get, you will get an answer, may not be the answer you want, and just be willing to accept that answer.